He thinks they would have won those and they'd be in the NCAA tournament picture. But realistically, wouldn't you think, Dan, if these two teams are going to get the NCAA, they're going to have to win this tournament right off the tip. A Carolina win, one of their best shooting nights of the season. Elijah Hughes trying to prove the point. Carolina year in and year out, one of the best in the country, and they've dominated Syracuse on the boards, plus 9.5 per game in those last 10 meetings. He was the leading three-point maker by far in the ACC in the regular season. Leaky Black, no, but there's Brooks on the offensive glass for the first bucket of the game. Against Virginia Tech last night. But after the warm-ups, he's been deemed ready to go. Armando Bacot fed Brandon Robinson, and he makes it.
If you are Carolina, you got to get the ball in the middle.
Anthony at 25 in that win at the Carrier Dome. Brooks fouled.
See that Brooks in the middle, which is what he did the last time they played. Much more comfortable.
An excellent crowd here tonight. Gerard, freshman out of Glens Falls, New York, leading scorer in the history of New York State. Hughes, another three.
Curious, talked to Jay Billis a little bit about it before the game. I was curious whether or not the NCAA will test before we have a tournament. We'll test for the coronavirus each player.
It's from the Albany, New York area. Brooks too strong, tip back up and in. Both Bacot and Brooks were there. Man. Gerard, a deep three, way off, and a run-out opportunity for Keeling.
You can just go right around Anthony anytime you want.
Play tag. Brooks all alone. Folks in Carolina blue coming to their feet. Dolezaj and Sidibe all alone.
Another wasted possession.
Brooks, nice bounce to the baseline to Bacot, who has the bucket. Armando Bacot. Games, but Anthony back, Robinson back, and they have enough to beat anybody. Hughes, a long three for Elijah Hughes.
I could see Gerard. He looks pretty comfortable in this game. It's a good move by Boeheim, taking him out.
Cole Anthony, you know, he doesn't look 6'3". They list him at 6'3". And again tonight 0 for 2. Buddy Boeheim's had a quiet start. Great rebound by Garrison. He looks like what North Carolina typically does to Syracuse on the glass. Two of the best in the conference. Cross-court pass found its way to Gerard. He scored more than 4,700 points in high school. How about Garrison?
Is that you hustle like crazy, you get a bucket, and almost every time you get a bucket and you not get a shot. That's a great pass by Francis.
40% plus from three and 80 from the line.
Yeah, they're ridiculous. Cole Anthony 7 for 11 on threes. Good action right there to get Boeheim off a little curl.
Short. Pierce kept it alive, threw it to Boeheim. Gerard, lob for Garrison, and he drops it in. Beautiful feed.
Well, there's that same curl action.
Buddy Boeheim, that's an improvement in his game, the ability to drive it, and it sets up a three for Joe Gerard.
This is a North Carolina meltdown here late in the half, started by Cole Anthony and his decision making.
Hughes went to work on play tech. Again, Hughes on play tech. The fadeaway in the final seconds. What a half for Elijah Hughes and the Syracuse Orange. Avoid the foul, and Brooks missed from in close. Elijah Hughes, the pull-up. Boy, is that impressive.
At the end of the half, get to your spot, mid-range. Kobe Bryant brought that in, and you just saw it with Hughes.
Leaky Black was left alone.
Fast break point, so you would think everybody would be flying.
And that's what they need to continue to do. Brooks inside, pounded inside. You know, Sidibe and Dolezaj don't want to pick up another foul.
Dropped a nice bounce pass to Brooks.
12 for Brooks.
Unbelievable. I'm telling you, unbelievable.
1 out of 2 on that trip. Let the Cuse by 20. Brooks just powers his way in. Again, Sidibe retreating. He actually wound up on the floor. Was more than respectable himself.
He was terrific. He really was.
Long 2 for Leaky Black. Dolezaj got stuck at the side of the lane with Brooks defending. Now he is inside position and scores. No chance for Keeling to stop him. Cole Anthony from way beyond the arc and marked that point right in this game. In upstate New York, this is the largest lead for Syracuse, and the crowd is completely out of the game right now. Black rattles home a three. They're starting to anticipate some of those passes being now forced into Brooks and picking them off. Lakey Black the bucket. Regular season ACC title, the coach of the year, deservedly so. Buddy Boeheim for three. Carolina brought some pressure, trying to speed it up and get some turnovers. Lob nicely done for Justin Pierce. He snuck behind the defense. That bottom part of the defense concerned so much about Brooks.
He's been terrific.
He's surprised we haven't seen any of Guerrier here in the second half with as good as he was in the first. Sidibe rolls one in.
Offensively, we're going to be what we are, but defensively, if we're elite, we'll win a lot of close games, and they have.
Gerard, wow, Brooks tipped it, and it wound up with Hughes, who lays it in. The attitude, they're tired of hearing about how North Carolina dominates inside. They have held their own again, and now they're having fun. Gerard, another perfect lob, this time to Sidibe.
Could make a move, but it just doesn't feel like they have the energy to do it, and it really feels like the look at this.
Yeah, they're just having fun now. Reset to 20 now. Buddy Boeheim. That three popped out. Sidibe back up and in.
He is just torching them. Oklahoma State's weird team. They look so good in Brooklyn early in the year.
Well, they just kind of overpowered Syracuse early in the year. So the two big guys with 4 each, which is more of the same. And Baycott scores. Boeheim said that's something that will never happen again against Virginia. I mean, it's hard to score 20 points and a half against Virginia. Buddy Boeheim was a big part of that.
Stanford was losing. They're a bubble team. Indiana was a bubble team. They beat a very bad Nebraska team.
This is the largest deficit now that North Carolina has faced at any time this season. Boeheim lays it in.
Success, but when you go from 1940 to now, this is probably the best program ever. And
Roy Williams has emptied the bench. So the Syracuse fans on their feet. And longtime friends, Hall of Famers Jim Boeheim and Roy Williams